Hello, hello. We are here. I am ready to work. I don't know about you two, but I got stuff to do. Always have stuff to do. I have how many chapters left in this book? For 5 chapters left to line edit in Mother Mercy.
Ooh.
And we're now in almost all of the stuff that Chandra actually added new stuff to. When I'd done the developmental edit, there were certain placeholders she had.
Okay.
So I read it a few days ago, but now I'm line editing those chapters.
Right.
Because I wasn't done line editing the earlier stuff, and I'm like, if stuff affects stuff, then and I'm so excited to reach the end of the book again. And then I need to edit videos like crazy. I need to edit videos for the course. I need to edit tomorrow's YouTube video.
Oh,
I think this weekend will be all video editing, which would actually be nice. Because it's not like, oh my God, I need to work on the book. I need to work on the video.
Right.
The books are done. They're handed off to people.
Okay. Yeah, editing video is more visual. So sometimes that's a nice break from reading text, especially with that kind of intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think line editing is less intense than copy editing, but it's still it's obviously more intense.
Yeah, I would say it depends. Yeah, but it's I guess you said, I think you said in an earlier stream where I think you said you didn't realize how much you were doing copy editing while you were line editing, that you were oh, this
yeah. In this book, I think I did a better job of here's an actual division. Whereas with yours, I was I just got this extra, when you're close to something, finishing something, and either your brain is okay, now I just want to procrastinate. And you're no, you're not done. Or your brain is okay, great, pedal to the metal. I have a second wave of energy. So I had I was energized throughout your whole book, but I got this extra energy for the end.
Yeah.
So my brain, I think, was oh, we have the extra energy. Might as well do copy editing while we're at it. I'm okay. I mean, it was good for me. It was great for future me, but it wasn't the plan.
It was great for me too. I was all wow, this is all done.
Yeah. Once the course is completed, I'll be able to step back from videos. I mean, I'm still making 2 YouTube videos a week.
Okay.
But they're short, and I'll be able to get super ahead. I filmed 4 today, but that only gets me through the end of next week.
Now, are you doing 2 a week because you're trying to get bumped into an algorithm, or is there a specific reason, or can you do 1 a week for a while you're doing the books?
I mean, I was doing 2 a week even while doing the books, and that was fine. It was just course videos where it was on top of that, because those are longer and involve a lot more things on screen. So once that's done, it'll be off my plate. Okay. All I'll have to do for the course is just show up weekly for the Q&A.
Okay.
So that'll be.
Yeah, I mean, that is the wonderful thing about courses, is that once you put in all that work, it's done. And then it just, that's, hey.
Yeah, it's just the upfront work. I probably should have done different timing for launching the course, but it was if we could get this extra source of income for the company, that would just raise all ships and stuff. And it seems to be working. So
yeah. Because a lot of people want to learn that stuff,
Yeah. I'm gonna let you hold on. I didn't make Gray's link a ticker. Becca, why don't you introduce yourself while I set up the first forest room?
Oh, okay. Hello.
I'm sorry you're first in the alphabet of the 3 of us.
Damn it. Actually, my name is Rebecca, so I should be going second. No. No, my name is Becca C. Smith, and I am an author and with a book to soon be coming out with Inimitable. Yay!
Yes.
Which is very personal to me because even though it is fiction, it is based on a true story or true events, however you want to say that for legal purposes. Although
based on inspired by either one, it's like it wasn't all made up.
Yeah, and the thing is that the stuff that is real is stuff that happened to me, so it is technically my story, So, and yeah, like I mean, I joke about that, but it's like honestly, the people involved are all gone. So it's like it would be some like when I was talking to my lawyer, he's like, you never know, there might be some random cousin that just feels like.
We're just covering our butts, like because we need to, but it's not that we actually expect it.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, the way I wrote it is, with the paranormal and like the psychicness and stuff, even though elements of that are also true, I really went like full.
You went in.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's dive into this, shall we? So I'm really excited about that. I'm actually really excited. I have a YouTube channel, and I also write screenplays. So I am working on a screenplay right now. But I'm actually excited because do you guys remember Anne Sophie, who used to be really active? Yeah, we wrote a book together. Like a year and a half ago.
What?
And then she, because of work and school.
Yeah, she's been so busy with work.
She had to kind of go off the radar, but she just got back in contact with me, and she's all like, do we want to work on this? Like, we literally finished a book. We were done. And so we're going through that, and that's actually been really fun. And it's actually fun because it's in the same genre as Grandma's Little Secrets, although no paranormal or anything like that. It's just a mystery thriller. But so my brain is already in that mode. So it's all like, okay, let's do this. I can do this. So we're just going through the draft and adding a few more, red herrings and things like that. But yeah.
Is the screenplay now on hold, or are you like doing that with?
I'm kind of doing both, just because, the nice thing about working with a co-writer is that, you work when you work, but then, you have your other projects too that you can have kind of simultaneously going on at the same time. So I am still working on that screenplay that I was working on last week. But yeah, I just met up with a video chat with Anne on Tuesday. So you know how it gets the bubbling excitement going. You're like, ooh, I want to work on this shiny old project. But that's it. That's what I'm doing today.
Nice. What to do, everybody? My name is Grayson Wild, and I write with pride. I like diving into fantasies and warm mugs of coffee. I'm working on a steampunk urban fantasy that I'm currently calling Gravesong, and I'm prepping it for the novel 90K. I keep adding K. There is no K. It's just novel 90.
I'm like 90. I'm like 90K as in words, or like
there's no K. It's just novel 90.
What is novel 90?
In the novel
90
what
challenge. Is it? I've never heard of it.
It's hosted by AutoCrit, and they're doing a set of like 30 days or 60 days. They do 90 days. A month of planning, a month of drafting, and a month of editing. And I was like, normally editing's not part of it, so I thought that's pretty cool.
Have you read the book 90 Days to Your Novel? 90 Days to Your Novel. I can picture the cover super well. It's a book from Writer's Digest Books, and I love it. And I actually wrote a little bit about it on the Inimitable Books blog a while ago. We have 3 blog posts up of like writing books I recommend.
Okay.
and we will be talking about it on the YouTube channel, but that is not one of the videos I filmed today. It's going to be part of a different related playlist further down the line. But it's really good, and it also kind of does that. So if you have free time, that could help
in your 90-day journey.
Yeah.
It starts October 1st, and it starts off with everyone in the Zoom call, and you meeting your coaches, and then you pick teams. There's the plotters, the plotters, the pantsers, and the planters, and there's mascots for each team.
Oh, how
What I
fun.
like is
So
the
which are you?
community's
Which are you?
I'm actually plotter this time.
Are you an outliner or a planter?
Absolutely an outliner. I have to outline it, or else I will go completely off course, and my story will end up being something that it's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
I realized I mixed terminology. I should have said, "Are you a plotter or a planter?" But you know,
Completely
you know.
understood you. Completely understood you. But no, there's mascots, and the coaches I like because they'll text you every so often, like, "Hey, how are you doing? Do you need motivation? Do you need help or anything? Let us know." There's sprints with just the teams separately, then sprints with everyone all together. The community is extremely active, extremely positive. You go, "Hey, I need some sprints. I'm drowning." Everyone's like, "Hey, I got you. Let's do something."
Ooh, it's free.
Yeah.
the key word, man. Yeah, because usually stuff like that costs some kind of money. So it's just all honestly volunteer. So is this kind of like, do you think, sort of a replacement for that nano void that a lot of us are feeling?
I would say yes, and I think it does a step better because again, instead of just focusing on just 1 month, it's doing 3. And
Yeah.
they've done this. They did the summer one too.
Sense. Okay.
But because I was moving and stuff, I was able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it in the summer, like 3 months, and I'm like, huh. But I did watch how people participated, and they handled things very well.
Okay.
I was like, I really like this.
I love that.
I was like, I have a project. I had an idea. I was like, I'm gonna flesh it out. I'm gonna get started with this. I'm not gonna be able to do the challenge directly. I'm gonna have to extend myself because I do have fibro. I do have psoriasis, so I do have flares, and I get downed.
Yeah.
I can't force myself to do everything in 1 month, so I'll start writing on the 5th of October.
Right.
So that's the only difference I'm doing compared to everyone else. So I'll give myself 8
I
weeks.
know. Yeah, because honestly, just having like a generalized structure for your next, quarter, essentially, like it's like, yeah, no, that's great. I mean, that's kind of how I would sometimes do Nana. Like some years, I'm like, I'm not writing a book in a month. Like,
yeah, no, there were definitely times where I'm like, I'm just using this to finish what I'm working on, and I don't care. Like, I'll be a rebel.
Exactly. And honestly, because for me, it was just more about the community. And like you said, like, sounds like with this new program, having, people that will like encourage you and like, all right, I'm procrastinating too. Should we just do this together? And just have that like, camaraderie. That
Everyone
sounds really cool.
extremely lovely. They are wonderful. I was like, okay. So my project's fully planned out. Outline is done. It's in Plotter. I made myself a little roadmap. So I'm like, every week I should be doing 2 to 3 chapters, getting that done.
Okay.
And so by week 8, I should have 8 chapters left. Not 8, excuse me, 5 chapters. It will be the last week I have to write, and then I'm good. And then I'll be on schedule with everyone else to do the editing in the last month.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. If I was writing a book right now, I'd probably do that. Honestly, I was thinking about doing a book, but then Anne got in contact with me. I'm like, oh, wait, I already have a book. I need to do the editing part. But maybe, like, honestly, with even though screenplay is much shorter, like, to time-wise to take, like, to write, I just love the idea of having that kind of community to help out.
It's hard to find a community that's really talkative and open because usually people kind of stay to themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get myself to speak out more because I kind of got quiet while I just watched from a distance, and that helps nothing.
I know. I do the same thing. So yeah, it's kind of have to force yourself to be social. Like I have to force myself to leave my house, like, because I have everything here. Like,
home is comfortable. It's comfy.
Yeah, and when there's no like quote unquote reason to leave, you know what I mean? Because all the work I do is at home, you know, honestly, it's cheaper for me to get groceries on Amazon Fresh than it is to my local grocery store. So it's like I don't even need to leave for that. You know what I mean? So I have to like
Yeah.
force myself to leave. So I'm trying to. That's my new kind of goal is at least like once or twice a week to like go meet with a friend or my mom or my sister or whatever. Even if I end up just working like at a Starbucks, you know, at least just to get out of the house because I just don't think it's healthy.
It's not.
That's completely understandable. I had to kind of make like me and my wife because she's also a homebody. We had to make herself because she's like, I want a coffee. We normally just order it, but I'm like, let's go for a drive.
Yeah.
It's not
Yep.
even that far from us. Let's go for a drive.
It's not
And we were,
far. Exactly.
but we
Yeah,
got some sun.
you just have to start doing it. And like living here with Riley and my mom again, it's been so good to just be like, Riley wants to play. Riley needs to walk. Riley like needs to
Yep.
be fed. Like, get up.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
But
As Snake has been wanting attention a lot more lately too, which is good. Like I'll be in the middle, I'll be zoned out and doing whatever I'm working on, and then he'll just start climbing up on the chair, and I'll be like, okay. And then you just get, which is good. And then you're up and you're moving, and you're like, okay, this is, you know, he knows better than I do.
Yeah.
That actually worked.
You're in the room.
Yeah, it did a weird loading thing. I'm like, okay, is it gonna kick me out? Nope, it worked.
You're in.
Yeah, I see you. All right, we'll start at the 20-minute mark because we're so close to it. I'm just gonna move the timer time so it's like, oh, it's still an active room. Don't kick us out.
Oh, I just got a notification that my reward sweatshirt is on its way.
Becca bought herself a sweatshirt as a reward for finishing proofreading.
I was like, because that's like the
Nice.
last sort of, at least manuscript step for on my end, right? So I was like, and I had to make sure though. So I was texting Zara. I was like, is this the last step for me? Like before it goes to the printer? And she's like, yes. I was like, okay, I have a reward because I never reward myself. I always I'm just like on to the next, on to the next. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and then, of course, I had gotten an email of this amazing Star Wars sweatshirt from one of my favorite companies. And I was all like,
the timing. Yeah.
that's fine. I'm going
I mean, you text me, you're like, I never reward myself, and I'm going to. I'm like, oh, I've been called out. But like,
I know. I know. I mean, it's just because it's, you know, it is what it is. But,
yeah.
you know, I'm getting my Star Wars sweatshirt. That's all that matters, right?
Yay.
When you get it, you should take a photo.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. How did everyone do?
I did good. I'm just kind of going through it. I did switch to the screenplay because I'm still outlining that. And I figured I should probably get that done, just so it's done and I can work on it whenever. But that's it. That's all I did in the 25 minutes.
Ooh, nice, Regina. I started figuring out video content from this week up until October 11th of what I should record and prepare for, and then started looking at non-video content that I'm going to make as well.
Nice.
I got through how many chapters? I gotta check. I got through 2 chapters. No, I don't think that's right. I think I got through 4 chapters, 3 or 4.
Nice.
Which means I only have, a few left.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, you're so close.
I know. Yeah, I got through 3 because I have 3 left. There we go. That's how math works.
Okay. Ooh, you got through 3 and only have 3 left. Does that mean you think you'll finish in the next sprint?
I mean, I hope so. That would be really nice. But like, one of the chapters is a big fight scene, so
Okay.
that would take more time
Right.
to make sure all the choreography makes sense.
Okay.
But then at least one of the chapters is a big fight scene. I can't remember. No, the second one's not a fight scene. So that should be relatively quick. And then the epilogue I've gone through once before, but I just want to go through it again to make sure that all my previous comments don't require a new comment in the epilogue. And
Right.
then a really, really depressing bonus chapter.
Oh.
Chandra had posted about it on Threads where she's like, I think I hurt my own feelings. And I'm like, yeah, well, you hurt our. So thanks.
Well, it's because of you that we actually have a positive bonus chapter for me. Because the way I was going was all like, oh, let's go really dark. And you're like, what if you did the day, da 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 da? I was like, oh.
What if you did this because it's mentioned twice in the normal book?
I was like, that's so cute. It's sweet. Okay, I'll do that. So you have Zara to thank for the sweet bonus chapter.
Yeah, I mean, the other one was great, and I do want to ask about how much of it is real and how that worked out, but I'm not going to do that.
No, it was fully real, which is why I put it in, but why it also didn't fit. It was a deleted chapter. Because the thing is that it was I was still in that mind frame of oh, I got to put all the stuff that's real in it. And then, but then the betas that read it, they were like, I like this chapter. I really like this chapter, but there's kind of no reason for it. Yeah. It's just added extra stuff as opposed to actually pushing the story forward. So I was like, yeah, you're right. So I deleted it. So I was like, oh, maybe we'll put that in because it actually happened and that could be a fun story. But it was short. It was a shorter chapter. And B, I think the one we picked is way better in terms of vibe.
Yeah. It gave me the warm fuzzy feelings despite knowing
I know. Yeah.
timeline that this was not the end. This was the before things went crazy part.
Yeah. But yeah. But okay, so now prepare ourselves for Chandra's.
Okay, I think my mom realized she was talking loudly and so I just shouted her name and she was like, oh. Okay.
Nice.
I don't know if I should join plotter or planter because for me, like I outline every chapter. But if I'm
Right.
writing and what I say is a single chapter ends up being 2 or 3 because of pacing reasons,
That's
then I
still a
do.
plotter.
Okay.
I mean, I always thought of myself as a plotter because I always outline. But I am a little bit of a plantster too because sometimes my outlines are just like a sentence,
Yeah.
And so it gives me enough to still
Well,
stay within that realm.
like writing out the scenes is more like this happens and then this happens. So like,
Right. Then I
yeah.
would say plantster because it's like even though as long as I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on how technical people are being. Because the thing is that I write a sentence of what's supposed to happen in the chapter. I do stay within the bounds of that sentence because that's
Yeah.
part of the structure. That's part of the story.
Yeah.
But it is coming, like I have to write, that one sentence now has to turn into 3,000 words. So in that
Yeah.
sense, you are kind of pantsing, but you're
Yeah.
not. You're still staying within the realm of the structure.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, where's the division? Because before I used to outline much less intensely than I do, where it would just be like, this happens in the middle, this happens at the start, and this happens at the end. And it's very much like tent pole or, and then everything else was pantsing. And then I started doing headlights writing where it was like, okay, I know a little bit more, but it was never like, oh, I did the whole plan in advance, even if the plan then changes as I'm going through it.
Right.
And so, yeah.
Which does happen. Like sometimes I have I outline everything before I start it. And sometimes something better does come up and then I just re-outline. So I don't like just go crazy and say, where is this going to take me? Because my brain doesn't work that way. So I'll be like, okay, this is better, but now I need to re-outline everything. So that's why I always say I'm a plotter because
I do that too.
Yeah. Even though there is an element of pantsing, I think with everybody's writing, because you are writing. I mean, you are making it up. But
this happens with me, Regina. Like you can't limit. I mean, 500 words is like, I have short chapters, I think, compared to a lot of people, but like not that short in most cases. It's not that I've never done that, but in most cases. So it's not that I ever think that like, oh, this scene should just be 500 words and I blow past that. It's more like, oh, I thought this would be like 2,000 to 3,000 words. And it turns out like, yeah, you just did the actions and offered no character development or, I'm like, whoops.
I've always
I
been
know in my writing, I do
very relaxed about chapters, which and that's probably comes from naivety and like whatever of getting into books. But like when I did Riser, my first book, which is arguably still my bestseller, and people still cringe when I tell them this, but it's 100,000 words and 7 chapters because each chapter is a full 24 hours. So they're all about 10 to 12,000 words long. And people are like, oh my God, that's so long. If I was doing it today, I probably would break it up of like day 1, day 2 as like breaks and then have chapters within. But no one ever complained about the chapters. So like as much as people get really
it's
up and
saying it scares.
Yeah. I feel like writers get upset about but readers don't care.
I mean, for me, I don't care about the chapter number, but it's more just like what always gets me is when people are like, oh, I'm like halfway through the chapter count in writing. So I'm halfway through the book. And I'm like, how do you know your chapter count's going to stay the same if you haven't?
Well, that's
the part that gets me. Not that like, oh, this book needs to be a certain number of chapters. It's much more like as a publisher, a certain genre should not be like a crazy high number if this is the expectation. But like the chapter numbers, who cares?
Yeah, but I'm just saying my chapters were 11 to 12,000 words long. So
well, yeah, if you had told me that, like, and I hadn't won your book in a giveaway, and I was like, oh, how fast can I read it? And you'd be like this, I'd be like, damn, that's going to take me forever. Like, I mean, I'll still get it, but like it might have like made me pause a little bit more.
Right.
But now it's like, who cares? Like I would still read the story. And
People
I still
don't.
would because I haven't had time to pick it up. And it's
Yeah, no, it's fine.
grandma's-
No, but like people, but I've never like, I think at this point I have like over 400 reviews, and not one of them has been, oh my God, the chapters are so long. Like, so it doesn't, I don't think it registers on people's radar as much as writers think it does.
Oh yeah.
Because I think writers have that problem. I've noticed in our community where they're all like, oh my God, you can't have a chapter that long. Oh my God, you can't have a chapter that short. Oh my God. Like it's very like they're very hung up on chapter length. And not everybody, obviously, but like it just seems to be a concern for a lot of writers. And my whole thing is just like, look, just write the story.
Yeah, no, that's how I am too. But
Yeah.
I'll know when I'm naturally coming to a chapter break. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it's like this is not
Instinctively,
the end of the story beat that I had
Yeah.
outlined.
And if you're doing it, if you're having fun and just doing a different kind of format and like whatever, like just go for it. Like who cares?
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents. But like, yeah, but with thrillers, people do expect, I'd say, shorter chapters in sense, and like a lot of them. Because I know like a lot of the thriller books I read, they're like 110 chapters, and you're just like, and the book is only like 270 pages long.
Yeah.
So like even like just reading any James Patterson book, first of all,
Yes.
all his chapters are like 110 chapters, and his books are only 300 pages. And like my mom and I started reading the because we really liked the movie on Netflix, the Thursday Murder Club.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like a 280 page book, and it's 110 chapters. So it's like I feel like with mystery thrillers, people want the quick. And for me, like even doing Grandma's Little Secrets, doing 56 chapters or 57 chapters, I was like, oh, that's a lot of chapters, but they're short, so you kind of like trying to go with the format. I do try to go with the format, but sometimes, like you said, it doesn't work.
I'm changing certain things to be marked as done rather than complete, Becca, and ClickUp to help me keep track of which agents wrote back about authors providing blurbs.
Oh.
Because I marked them all as complete of like, oh yeah, I sent the
right.
And now I'm like, well, it's better to say like what was the answer.
That's true.
So I have to go back there and check.
How often do people actually say yes? I feel like it's like not a big number, at least when I was reading some blog posts and things like that.
It's not a big number. You have to shoot your shot and
just see if they,
It seems like even more than with other mostly fantasy authors. We had the most response for our romance one.
Okay. That makes sense.
Seem to be either we got them at really good times or they just have less crazy deadlines. Fantasy was somewhere in the middle, and then this one so far I've unfortunately only gotten emails where it's like, this author is completely swamped, and I'm like, I understand, thank you for letting me know.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine that's true, because although with romance, I was going to say with romance, maybe it's because they're so used to writing so much, you know what I mean, that they can kind of juggle a lot of things at the same time. But I would think thriller writers would be the same way. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the thriller writers, at least the ones that we're going for, they probably have multi-book deals and they're like locked in maybe more.
I know. And the ones I wrote personal notes to are very an eclectic group.
Well, those I haven't heard back from, so maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see. But they were long shots. But like at the same time, it's like you said, you just gotta shoot your shot. Why not? Who cares? See what
I
happens.
mean, if you're bored at any point today and you want to create a list of, add to the list, go ahead. But it's,
I don't know, and it was hard to come up with those 3, but like they were more like strategic in the sense of like how I think.
yeah, no, I
You know
know.
what
But I mean, if you look at the list of like
Yeah.
other thriller writers that I did, and you're just
No,
like,
I
oh,
just feel like I'd be so disingenuous because I haven't read them.
but you're
You
not
know?
reaching out to them. I am as your publisher.
I know. I mean, a personal letter like thing.
Oh, you don't have to write a personal letter to each one.
I know, but I'd have to I'd have to research, but I wouldn't know if they were writing a book like mine unless I read it, I think is where I'm coming from. But yeah, I guess I could just
But they don't have to write a book like it. Like, it needs to be thriller, and that's it. Like, that's the line.
That's the line. That's your only requirement.
I mean, basically, yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll look into it then.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Or like when you have a little, although I feel like action does too, when it's simple action, not like the complicated big ass paragraph action, but when
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, if it's a lot of paragraph breaks,
Yeah.
whether that's dialogue or action, it goes.
Yeah, I feel like that's what holds readers up a lot is when it's very descriptive. Like that's I think where it's all like, okay. Because I know for me that's how I am. And then when it's like, even when it's an action scene, but it's like quick sentences, like I really get into that.
Yeah, same. Okay, let me set up the next forest room.
Forest room.
Yep. Create the room. Share the code.
Oh, code. Here we go.
Too many banners. Okay. 5 Zulu, Niner, Romeo, 4 Quebec, Uniform, Sierra, Golf.
Oh, I actually got it. Normally my brain shuts off and then I'm like, shoot, I didn't hear it. I got it.
Woo!
Yeah, and that's a hard one too, because it goes back and forth between the letters and the numbers.
Yeah.
I like it when it's either all numbers or all letters.
I know, it's much more simple that way.
Yeah, stay on the same keyboard.
Yes. Yeah. If y'all don't mind, I think we could just wait until the 5-minute mark.
1 minute? What? I don't know if I could wait a minute. Of course, now you say that, it's like, what do we talk about for a whole minute?
Well, it's like when you're staring, when I'm
sprinted.
staring at the clock, I'm like, oh, like 60 minutes is like a pain in the butt, especially because the first time I ever paid attention to what 30 seconds or 60 seconds was when I was like learning how to do planks or learning how to hold my breath underwater because I wanted to see how, like, so if it's just like, oh, in conversation that flies by, my brain is always like, oh, but your first associations with actually paying attention to seconds are when you were in physical pain.
That's true. That's true. Although, it is funny too when you think about time like that too, because like when you bring up planks, like I've been trying to do planks to build up my core, and you're so right. 30 seconds feels like 100 hours.
Yeah.
You're like, this is 30 seconds. This should be nothing.
Like even when I've been doing planks consistently, I'm like at the end of a minute, I'm like,
yes. It's like, what?
Okay, we're gonna start. 3, 2, 1. It turns out talking about how time passes the time. Who knew? I was 3 pages away from finishing everything but the epilogue, and then the timer went off.
Oh my gosh. I know.
No.
No, it was so close. I forgot to have the ticker up during that sprint, so please subscribe to our channel.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got pretty close. Not close to finishing this outline, but like I'm realizing a lot of the scenes that I had planned out all kind of go in one lump. So I don't know how that's going to work out. So anyway, I was trying to figure that out, and then I was like, oh shoot, because I had the volume down. So I looked over on my phone, and that went off. But pretty productive. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's it on my end.
I was going through replies. I sent I did a test scene. I tend to do that to see if I like how my characters are interacting or if something feels off. So I did that. I made a test scene and then sent it off to some friends. And then I was going through their replies. I got yelled at in the best way. So yay.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
It was like, this is it. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's a scene. It's just a scene. They're like, yeah, but where's the rest of it? It's not written yet. It's a scene. That's it.
Good. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm like, give us more. Dang it. Why are you just teasing us like this? That's awesome. Yeah. I'm yeah. I haven't written any of my scenes, but I have like the dialogue and I know what's going to be said in the scenes, but like I said, I didn't realize that they would all be back to back, that it's all probably one big scene as opposed to me thinking it was individual scenes. So, because a lot of it's just about the meeting up with the ex, and like after 15, 20 years or whatever. So it's like a lot of anger, but funny anger, it's comedy. But then I was all like, oh, these all fit at the beginning. They wouldn't really fit later on in the movie. So anyway, I'll probably have to cut some of it, but I just need to place it where it needs to be and then go from there. Anyway. But yeah. That's all.
What did you have for breakfast, Regina?
Oh.
I ate breakfast, technically lunch, right before the stream.
That was smart. I know.
What did you have?
Me, because it was my breakfast, I just had yogurt with granola and fresh fruit.
That's great.
So like it was healthy. It was just hours and hours late,
Well,
I had spicy ramen.
Oh, spicy ramen for breakfast?
Well, okay, so
that'll wake you up in the morning.
I don't really qualify it as breakfast because I haven't been to sleep yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I have the same breakfast every morning. So I just have toast with almond butter and like a banana. So exciting. Sounds very close to Regina's breakfast. I just had the banana instead of the orange. I needed the potassium, not the C.
It's still fruit and it's still healthy, so that's good.
No, I just feel like the older you get, the more you know exactly which vitamins you need like to survive the day. Mine's or minerals or whatever. Mine's potassium. What is potassium? Is that a vitamin or that's a mineral? What is that?
I think it's a mineral, but I can't. It's been Googled before. It is a mineral.
A mineral. Okay. Yeah.
But it autofilled to mineral or vitamin.
There you go. Because you're like, what's potassium? What is that? Because you can take potassium supplements. So I think that's why people get it in their heads that it's, but yeah, so I need my potassium. I get like, if I don't have potassium, I get Charlie horses.
Ooh.
I do not like those.
Oh.
So as long as I have a good steady level of potassium in me, I don't get them. So
I mean, potassium helps fight muscle cramps. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's essentially it's a Charlie horses. The muscle just tightening. Oh, I hate it. I got one in my throat. Oh, it was awful.
Oh, that's awful. Like they're already bad, but having one there.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like, because you can't massage Charlie horses. I mean, you can try very, very gently.
But it doesn't really do anything. And then when it's your throat, you really have to be careful.
You can't swallow. You're just like sitting there. So I had to relax and just try to relax as much as possible. And then it goes away, obviously, on its own. But anyway, yeah, I get them everywhere. So it's kind of annoying. So yeah, so my banana in the morning is what helps me with that issue.
Yeah. Who named it Charlie Horse?
I know. How did they get that name? When you think about it.
I have no clue. I kept calling it buttlock because it felt like my
it sounds like a Beavis and Butthead and Sherlock mashup.
Buttlock.
Banana binges?
Banana
like several
banana bread, bananas. As it's like banana puree. Like
maybe it's just that there's a time of a time in month where you just eat a bunch of bananas. You're like,
I
shoot.
just feel like I could just see Regina coming in with a big bag of bananas like once or twice a month, and it's like it's banana time, and just eating a bunch of bananas.
Yeah. You 38 days in a row, and then I'm good for a couple weeks. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a hard upkeep if you think about it, because like honestly, bananas go bad so fast. So for me, I like when I can tell they're still good to eat, but I can tell like in the next day or two they're going to go bad. I will break them up and put them in Ziplocs and put them in the freezer, and then just have them in a smoothie or something.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
banana bread.
Or I plan to have them fresh. My mom is like, these are about to go bad, and then we do what you just said about the freezer. But I've gotten better at knowing when it's like, oh, it's time for the freezer. But it used to only be my mom being like, Zara.
They're gonna go. Yeah, I always have intentions of making banana bread, but then I get lazy. I don't do it, and then by then the bananas are black, and it's just not happening. So I try. Yeah.
So far last year, every time I'm gonna make banana bread, it becomes banana muffins. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting. Maybe that would help with me. Maybe banana muffins would work. Because that actually is better. Because the thing about banana bread is that, you can do it in a loaf and it's fine. But like having it in muffin form, I feel like
it's easier to eat.
Yeah, you just like it's and just portion out and to just have, So I might. Because unfortunately, since I told you I do the Amazon Fresh thing, they don't ask you how many bananas you want like they do in other sort of online grocery shops. They just say how much, like how many bunches do you want? Which I put 1, but they gave me 2, so I don't know why. My mom she misread it and she put 5.
Oh.
She thought she meant 5 bananas.
No, that happened.
Yeah, and so
I can't remember if it was me or my mom, but that happened to us once too.
Yeah, she ended up with 5 bunches of bananas. She's like, well, what am I supposed to do with all these? So luckily she lives in a like a 55 plus apartment complex. So she just went downstairs and put like 4 of the bunches and said, order too many. Anybody wants free bananas?
That is awesome.
She was just like, I have like 50 bananas. Like, you can't eat all those, Mom, before they go bad? I don't understand. Anyway, but now it's really making me want to actually make banana muffins. So that may be because like I said, I have too many.
This is making me want a smoothie. So
I know I might do that too because literally they gave me 2 bunches even though I ordered 1. So I have like 10 bananas and they're gonna go bad in the next couple days. So I
get on it.
Freeze some and then let others sit out and make the banana bread.
The muffins are so perfect because that, again, great for breakfast or just a snack. It's like grab a muffin, warm or room temp, and it's just perfect, especially with some tea. Love it.
I love that. I have to make them gluten-free, but I have this recipe. It's so good. It's so good. And
Just
sometimes
send that to me because I want it.
Oh, yeah. No,
I
it's
also
really,
have to do gluten-free.
yeah, it's really good. And then the only thing that I add to it sometimes is dark chocolate chips.
Ooh.
Make it a little sweeter.
I now like dark chocolate. I used to hate it. And then basically for anti-inflammatory, that's the best type of chocolate. And I found out that if I get strawberry dark chocolate or raspberry dark chocolate, I love it. So
okay. So you like it with a flavor.
yeah, like just dark on its own is too much for me. But I think as chips within like a banana bread, banana muffin, whatever, it would be.
Yeah, if you go for like a 72%, it's so sweet that like you won't even notice that it's dark chocolate. Like,
yeah,
when I eat dark chocolate, I like a little bit like I like the 85 kind of 86, 87 range for eating, but like in muffins and banana bread and stuff like that, it's too bitter. So you kind of have to
if it says what percentage.
Yeah, I usually go for like a 60 something percent or a 72%. I mean, it's better the higher you go because it's less sugar. But in terms of flavor, it is better to go lower because it has more sugar.
This doesn't say. 55. My finger was covered.
Oh yeah, 55 is pretty sugary. Yeah. That's why you like it. Because honestly, if you tried a 55 just without any flavoring, you probably like it because it tastes almost like milk chocolate.
So this company doesn't have, when I looked, I think a pure dark chocolate. Maybe they do.
A 72 is still pretty sweet, but the stuff that most people kind of cringe at is when it's in the 80s and 90s because they're just like,
oh, my mom tried getting me one that was like higher, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, there's no way. If you don't like that flavor, you're just not gonna like it.
They have a 65 where it says slightly sweet.
Yeah, 65 would still be in the sweet range for sure.
I don't know if my mom has physically seen that. That might be why I haven't had that one. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I love Choco Love. Before the dark chocolate, I had been doing their milk chocolate, and then once it was like, actually, I'm like, okay.
I know milk chocolate is pure sugar. I think it's like if you're gonna do the range, I think it's like 10%.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
They have milk chocolate. They have a milk chocolate where it's 33%.
Okay, that's pretty good. It's better than normal.
Yeah, and then their normal dark chocolate, they have 55, 65.
Okay. So they tend to go for sweeter.
They have options, but there are so many that I'm like, I can't even do because they have nuts in them. So I'm like limited to like 3 or 4 options from them.
Okay.
I'm very happy with them, but they definitely don't have 0 sugar in them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're talking. I had the label here. My mom just brought in.
Nice.
She always like stocks 3 in the apartment at least because I either don't eat it for weeks or all of a sudden I'm like, I'm stressed and I'll eat half a bar in a day.
I need it now. Yes.
Okay, we're on the room, which is great. It is the 45-minute mark, so we're going to start the sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity. Look at that perfect timing. And I still want the smoothie, but I'm going to have some chocolate. How did you do?
Good. I did a little bit more outlining, and then because I blame you two, I wanted banana bread or banana muffins. So I went on Amazon Fresh and got all the stuff that I needed. So that should be arriving at 4 o'clock this afternoon or this evening. So, which my bananas are nowhere near ready for banana muffins yet. So I have a few more days before I can make them. But I figured if I have the ingredients, it's the stuff that I never have, like the gluten-free flour and like the baking powder. I don't have any of that stuff. So I was like, might as well have replenish the supply because I haven't done for this apartment yet. Because you know how every apartment you eventually get the baking stuff.
Yes.
I mean, unless you bake more often. I just don't bake that often. So yeah. So I got that, but I did do some outlining. So I did do a little bit of production, production. I feel like, what am I filming something here? No. But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my mom's asking something. I'll feed her probably at 3:30 when we're doing her sprint.
I finished replying to everyone who left me comments that I sent the scene to, and I planned out some more content that I'm going to create in October and November, and then started some character boards. So when I introduce some characters, I have them all neat and tidied.
Oh, I love that. I need to do that too. Honestly, for the book that Anne and I are working on, we realized, like I said, we didn't have a lot of red herrings. So if you read the book, you'd be like, there's only one suspect. There isn't, but like, if you're trying to figure out who did it, you're like, literally the only person in their life is this. Like, unless you're going way out and like just randomly scaring somebody, So anyway, so I need to do that because you don't want them to just be red herrings. You want them to be fleshed out, full characters that interact with the main characters so that you can suspect them, not suspect them, whatever, but like, so I need to do that too. That's a good idea.
Joke's on you, I suspect everyone.
I know, I do too. Well, especially in mysteries, because they make you suspect everybody. You're just like, everyone did it. Oh, wait. And we did something fun. We we started the book out with like a chapter 0 or like a prologue kind of thing, because their brother is the one that's on death row for this crime. So we decided 4 years before we would actually show that he was completely set up. So the audience, the reader, everyone knows there's going to be no doubt that he is innocent.
Ooh.
So then the book takes place 4 years later, which in Arizona, that's how fast it can be before you've gone through all your appeals, which is insane to me. Of them trying last ditch, like how we know, like as sisters, we know he's innocent, but then there's always a little bit of doubt of them. But we want the reader to be like, no, he literally, this was a setup, So, so that's kind of
dramatic irony.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, and then it's really funny because the opening line, I probably shouldn't be telling you guys this, but the opening line is because he's, like I said, he's being set up. But he literally is all like, Diane, I swear, I'm gonna kill you. Oh,
because of course.
So sad. Because you're just like, oh no.
You're like, dude.
So it's kind of fun. Like, we have fun with it, but it was really fun writing it because I'm the older sister and she's the younger sister. Because Anne and I obviously have a huge age difference, so we played on that. Like that, I was the older sister who the parents weren't in the picture, so she had to raise her younger brother and sister and kind of took on the parent role. Oh, see, thumbs up. And then and then she gets to be, anyway, we had so much fun like playing off each other's like emotions and like, yeah. So anyway, it's kind of nice going back after. It really does give you perspective. It really does give you perspective when you give it that much time to like rest a project and then reread it a year and a half later.
But yeah, I didn't realize how long the gap was.
Yeah, it's been over a year. So but honestly, I feel like it's better that way for this kind of thing. Like I said, because of the red herrings and things that we have to set up, because I think having that distance, we're not going to be emotional about it. It's just going to be like, okay, let's do this. Let's add this person. Ooh, we can add this person. Ooh, let's make a love interest. Ooh, like that kind of fun stuff. And like not be as like, I don't know. Was that really right for her? We're not as attached. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I ordered groceries. It is so dangerous being able to order groceries online, especially now that Amazon made it cheaper than my local grocery store. I'm all like, oh, I'm out of blank. Well, it'll arrive at your doorstep in 3 hours. But without all the cost of like Instacart. Because I used to do Instacart back during the pandemic, and you just end up spending an extra $40 just to get the groceries, because it's like the delivery fee, and then the extra fee that we aren't going to explain to you fee, and then the and then the tip, and then the this and the that, and so and then you have to get them in the building. Whereas the nice thing about Amazon is Amazon already gets into the building through Amazon. They have their codes, so you don't ever have to worry about like being next to your phone and missing the call, trying to get them in. We have like a building where you have to buzz people in through the phone, which is nice. But at the same time, if you are in the other room and your phone goes off, you can't like call them back.
They're just nice if you could.
It would be, because what they're for them too, because they're just standing there at the door going, is anyone going to let me in?
Yeah, and then they could be late to something else or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, so far it hasn't been that much of a problem. One time I had to run down there. I was like, wait, give me my stuff.
Okay.
While we've been chatting, I had an agent be like, actually, you're supposed to email this author's other agent for this.
Oh, interesting.
Because there are some people who have co-agents, and then also sometimes on Publishers Marketplace, it'll say like agent name and the different agent name, but depending on what year it was updated, I went with the more recent one and just, so at least this person was like, actually, I'm like, thank you.
That's nice. Yeah.
Thank you for that. So just sent that email to correctly submit.
Oh no, Regina, that wasn't the villain. That was the brother who gets set up. So he thinks he's meeting his best friend, but he's being set up for her murder. So that's why it's funny, because it's like, he's like, Diane, I swear I'm gonna kill you, like as a friend says that.
Yeah, where it's like, oh my God, like,
yeah, and then
you're hiding and you're about to jump out at me, like, I swear to God, and then
I'm gonna kill you, I mean, and then it's all like, oh God, and he gets literally framed for her murder and goes it's like on death row for her murder, and he's like, I didn't kill her.
Like, I said I would, not that I did.
And you say that to your friends, right?
Yeah.
More often than I probably should, to be honest.
I know, right? Because it's a natural. That's why we put it in there, because it was so funny, because you naturally say like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill you, like, because you just like, you brought me out to the middle of nowhere. I'm going to strangle you. I swear to God. And you're going to go to jail for it. But I didn't do it.
I said it. I didn't mean it. Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah. And he's like, and it's fun to play with the family dynamics, because like he was the one that kind of bridged the gap between the two sisters. So having him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit really put a what I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. It didn't really do well for their relationship, let's just put it that way.
Mm.
Oh, Regina, subplots are fun. I always have a mystery subplot in my romances. Yeah, exactly. This time I had to rein myself in and remind myself I'm doing a romance, not a detective story. I know, that's hard too. You get really into it. I honestly, in the first draft of the screenplay of Grandma's Little Secret, I had this whole like subplot with like the FBI agent and this ghost, and it was like, and I remember my friend Marnie, she's one of my CPs, and she was reading the screenplay, and she's all like, "Is this story about the grandmother and the little girl, or about this detective and the ghost?" She's all like, "Pick one, because you got two different stories going on right now." And I'm all like, "Oh man." So I decided to take that aspect out and put it in one of my Dream Diaries books. So like, you know what? I can still use this.
Yeah. You also have like a really, really minor nod to it, kind of, but
Yeah,
not.
it's still there. Like I wanted it to still be a part of the story, but it's not like if you had read the screenplay, Zara, it was like it was half and half. Like,
Oh no.
yeah, I mean, like Freya was like fully
Yeah,
like,
that would have needed to be like
yeah,
sequel, spin-off,
don't even know.
something.
But it was completely not the story that I had, because that was the problem. Is like said, oh, I'm going to make this fictional. So then I started going the way I would make something fictional, which is like, oh, we have this love story between the ghost and the FBI guy that tried to save her. Oh, tragic. I'm like, nope, got to get rid of it, or not rid of it, but like you said, tone it way back.
Yeah, you're like, this is not it.
Yeah, but in Dream Diaries, it'll work perfectly.
Yes.
Because I can actually make that the plot.
Yeah, love that.
Mm,
Um,
exactly.
During the last like 20 seconds of that sprint, I went back to editing a video. So,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Nice.
so I
Getting ready for that.
do I do that for the next sprint, or do I actually like spend time trying to write more than just 100 words for Kate's 100 days to 2026 challenge? Like,
Oh, are you doing the challenge? Did that start already?
yeah, it started on the 23rd. I'm only doing 100 words per day.
Oh, okay.
That's the goal, because 500 is like in my schedule.
Yeah.
I'd fall like a week in, if not earlier.
Well, if you want to, just to get it done, I mean, you are doing a sprint, so it's a perfect time to do it. And you could definitely get 100 words done in a 25-minute sprint.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've been getting 100 words in 5 minutes and then going to bed.
Yeah, you can exactly. Like nice thing about that number is that, I mean, sometimes it can feel like forever.
Sometimes it can feel like forever,
Yeah.
but mostly it's like I can sneeze it.
Yeah.
But setting the goal at 500 felt like a battle.
Yeah. No, for everything that you're doing right now, I totally get that. But yeah, I would do that. Why not? You got 25 minutes. Write your 100 words. You probably do it, like you said, in the first 5 minutes, and then you'll have a whole 20 minutes to do whatever else you want. Video editing.
Exactly.
Actually, I just realized I'm looking at the time. In the first 5 minutes of the sprint, I need to make Riley's dinner and then feed it to her, and then I will be able to write it. But yes.
Okay. Well, that's perfect then. Yeah. Do we have the code?
Nope, because I was slow.
Oh my gosh.
How dare.
I know. How dare. Now that is something I say to my friends a lot. I don't say the other thing that often. Not because I purposely am like, oh, I can't say those words. I don't know.
Well, it's probably not a good thing to say that you're going to kill your friends,
Probably.
I don't know, just throwing it out there, but
Okay. Yeah. I was just vibing. I was like, I finished the line edits. I can listen. I don't have to be like, I need to finish these today.
Yeah, honestly, this is the reason why I probably shouldn't reward myself. I bought that sweatshirt and I'm all like, today I get a day off. And it's like, no, focus, focus, focus.
Well, you're choosing to have those other projects, right? It's not like
Yes.
you have a
Yes.
deadline for another screenwriting competition.
No, although I don't know. I mean, I do believe in self-imposed deadlines, right? I mean, they're nice in the sense that you don't have to stick to them if you don't want to. Um, but I do want to finish this screenplay. And honestly, if Anne and I can finish, a solid draft enough to get like readers to read it by, in the next couple months, then that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, yes.
What I'm saying is that you're allowed to take today off if your brain is like, I rewarded myself, therefore I get the day off. You can want to work, but you don't need to work, is what I'm saying currently.
I 100% agree and know that, but like my brain is just like, nope.
Yeah.
But you're right, of course. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you can't get your brain to kick it into high gear today, like at least you're not like, oh shoot.
Don't buy banana bread ingredients on your sprint. What do you mean?
Yeah, don't think with your stomach while you're hungry and you have money to spend. Don't know why that
This is why it is better for me to do Amazon Fresh, because I always go grocery shopping hungry. And then that's why I think I'm saving money, because I'm only buying it when I need it or when I know I'm going to, make something. Yeah. Whereas when I go grocery shopping, I'm always hungry and I always spend twice as much money because I'm just like, oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. Oh, maybe I could do that. And then like not half, but like I do end up throwing away sometimes groceries because I don't get to them in time.
Sometimes I do that, but I never go when I'm hungry. And the only reason I'll throw out stuff is because maybe one week my stomach is like craving more of one thing than another. And I'm like, oh.
And it's never on purpose. It's not like you want to throw food
away. No, of course
not. But like sometimes I just even forget that I bought it, and then I look at the due date and it just doesn't smell so good, and you're like,
that happened to me with a package of like spinach. Once it happened once, and I still haven't gotten my fridge at home to smell normal again. I've tried baking soda. I've tried vinegar. I've tried Clorox. I've tried, like, I don't know what went wrong, but something did. So if anyone knows how to get a smell out of your fridge.
Yeah, everything that you listed is the stuff that I would like.
I know. Yeah. I've tried multiple times. My cleaning lady tried.
Wow. I got you. Casually toss the fridge away and get a new one. Works every time.
No, one, I don't have super strength. 2, I don't think it would fit in through my door easily. Yeah, no.
Like, I'll take it apart. New fridge, though, that is a good solution.
Yeah, if I had the resources.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I will figure it out one day. But that day has not arrived.
No.
Not for lack of trying.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Riley's going to bother my mom again because she's like, it's time for me to eat.
Let's do this.
So we got to start this sprint. Yeah. I just realized I hadn't joined the room. So I'm holding everyone up again.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
We're just kind of abandoning us.
Socializing too much. Okay. And hide this. This done in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. Or just chill out, like I will, and probably Becca. I spent the whole time with Riley.
I forgot that I didn't realize that it was almost 1:00. So I usually eat around noon. So I spent that eating lunch.
I chased the cats.
Oh my gosh. What were all three of us doing? Living our lives.
Riley, I fed her. Now she wants to play. I'll play with you in a second. I just got to wrap up the stream, okay?
She's like, no.
Like, no, we play now. We play now.
So let's do this really quick. Becca.
Hi, my name is Becca Smith. I'm an author and YouTuber, and my book, Grandma's Little Secrets, is coming out in February from Inimitable Books. Yay! I'm so excited.
Woo.
That's it.
Hi, I'm Gray. I'm also a writer. I'll be joining Novel 90 in a couple of days.
Yes. It is linked in the chat. Also, Gray did the maps for all of our titles with maps except Until the Last Page. They are beautiful. You should check out our books that have them in it. And if you don't know who I am and I didn't introduce myself at the start of the stream, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. Thank you for being here. I will be streaming tomorrow on Twitch, same username at Inimitable Books, on Saturday at Inimitable Books, and on Sunday back here. Thank you, and I will see you all next time. In the meantime, check out inimitablebooks.com and definitely pre-order Becca's book. Thank you, and goodbye.